I wanted to show you all the block I lived in when I was a kid. I used to live on this block, bordered by Station Street, Clarendon Street and Raleigh Street in Thornbury in Melbourne. You can see in this image that there is a big property at the Station Street end. That property is owned by the Grollo family. I think they bought up 6 or 8 separate houses and joined them all together to make one big property, but I don't know why. I don't know why it was so important for them to stay on that block. I know the Grollo family started out as migrants to Australia, then went on to own the Grocon Construction Company, which meant they had earned a lot of money over the years. But why didn't they just sell their small house and move to a bigger one? This is the Raleigh Street side of the property. This is the Station Street side, and this is the Clarendon Street side. This wall is huge. I think it's the tallest residential fence I've ever seen. And I don't know why the Grollo family built it so tall. I remember walking down this street every day when I was in primary school. But for some reason, I remember it being a bit different to this. As I remember it, there were 2 walls, a low brick wall and a higher brick wall behind it. And I remember an old man used to sit on the low brick wall every morning, but I don't remember ever seeing him in the afternoon. But given that it was so long ago, I might be getting their wall mixed up with one further down Station Street. This brick wall looks so extreme and so exclusionary. In some ways, I can't believe they got approval to build a brick wall this high because of what it looks like when you're going past. I can't imagine what people who are new to the area think when they see it. On the other hand, it seems to fit with the dreary and isolated feeling of the area. It's like a metaphor for the harshness and lack of opportunity that poverty in the northern suburbs brings to many people, myself included. The irony of that thought is that the people behind this wall built a construction company that afforded them wealth and privilege that most people in Australia could never imagine. The other thing I remember from when I was a kid was that when the Grollo family were purchasing the houses, one of the homeowners refused to sell. As I remember it, that woman lived in Clarendon Street and was offered cash plus a trip around the world to sell her house, but she refused. But when I looked up the story to verify my memory, I found an article published in the Age newspaper from 2002 stating that the woman who refused to sell lived in Gillies Street, which I thought was weird. Having said that, I think the Grollo family owns several properties in Thornbury, so there may have been 2 women who refused to sell their homes, but if that was true, the journalist would have mentioned both women and both streets in the article. Anyway, as I said, I was only a kid and that was a long time ago. And I'm sure the journalist got it right, but I'm just telling you all how I remembered